Well.
Who knows?
There we go. We're back up.
We're back? Are we back?
Yeah.
Oh, let's double check this stuff. I guess we're going to have to edit now. We're going to have to edit things back together.
Dang.
Justin. Justin. Here we go.
P.O.O.T.U.S.
P.O.O.T.U.S. Here we go. Sorry, peoples. Sorry about that if you're joining in right now. But we're going to listen once again to this song in just a second. Let's just make sure that we're staying live.
Yeah.
Let me just repost this. Woo! This is only the second time this has happened this season.
I didn't do anything.
We didn't
shit
do
just fucking
anything.
died, dude.
It just fucking kicked us off the interwebs. All right,
I
let's
believe
try
in-
this one last time.
Okay. Ready?
Enjoy. Surveys reign's not begun. Harkness guides him, knowing well what must be done. His steed beside him, wake and go before the sun. Hearken are behind him, desert fast friends to none. May power find him. Harkness born of temptation's test. Atreus lives to mar the best. Never lose sight. Never lose sight. Don't stray. Don't stray. Don't stray. Test of body and of mind. Storms are raging. Winds of sand, loss of time. Strength starts waning. His steed fails him left behind. Surveyor caving. Oasis shine, Moucha. Atreus waiting. Harkness born of temptation's test. Atreus lives to mar the best. Harkness born of temptation's test. Atreus lives to mar the best. Never lose sight. Don't stray. Don't stray. Don't stray. Chaos winning, something dimming through his sins. Got no close to
Never lose sight. Never lose sight. Never lose sight.
All right, guys, there you have it. Worth the fucking wait. Again, apologies for people listening live. There were some technical difficulties, but for those listening in the future, you won't even know. You won't know. We're going to edit it out. Justin's a magician. It's just how it happens. He's not a Muppet. He's a magician. All right?
It's magic.
Not a Muppet. He's a magician. All right? So, again, that is the second song on this album, not counting the intro. We're going to have 3 more songs on this album. We are off next week, so there's a little break in between them.
4 more songs.
4 more songs. Hoo. All right. I'm down with this. This is going to be fucking fun.
One of them you're not a part of.
That's fine. That's fine. Is it next week? Are you doing a live show next week without me?
We're going to do... Well, we're going to do
we might do a
instrumental.
takeover. I don't know what we're doing.
Yeah, Kyle Mocha is not here. Kyle Mocha's
Well,
dead.
no, it's going to be the Zach and Justin show.
Okay, good.
Right.
We're just going to do the show without you to prove that we don't need you.
Good.
I don't know if we're going to do that, but we're going to write an instrumental...
You don't know if you're going to do the show or prove that you don't need me. I mean, if you do the show, I think you in turn prove that you don't need me.
Oh, we're not going to do this show.
This show, not this show.
We're going to do a different show.
A totally different show.
Where I'm going to read the news and then say jokes.
And bring back all of the old theme songs and everything. You're still going to do What Are We Drinking? But you're going to bring back jokes and anecdotes and still not do anecdotes.
Yeah.
You should only do anecdotes if you do that. All right, guys, so we'll be having that posted to you on our YouTube channel that you're watching this on now, or you can find www.youtube.com/houseboattlj if you're listening on a podcast platform. Now, we don't have a guest tonight. Again, during the winter, it's kind of hard for us to know ahead of time that we're definitely going to have a show when it comes to the weather. Right. And we had a weird fucking set of flurries today. Yeah. It was like sun shining through very thin clouds, but those clouds were just dropping what looked like fake stage snowflakes, like when they just drop like the soap suds to make it look like it's actually snowing, which just so you know, don't ever do soap suds as snowflakes because it makes the stage really fucking slippery, all right? And then you try to have some fat 12-year-old dance on the stage in a scene and he just slides all over the place and he remembers it 32 years or 22 years later, however old I am.
We got a comment about the song.
Ooh.
It says, that song was like a 90s grunge fucked a baby into a 60s rock song.
I can take that with a lot of compliment in there. Alrighty. Now, with not having a guest, sometimes I like to come up with games. Sometimes I like to do trivia. Sometimes I like to do a little bit of both. And tonight, I am going to be testing the two of you, Zach and Justin, on your musical history knowledge. All right. So, what I've called this is what did I call this? I called "When Did It Happen?" Music
When did it happen?
That's the theme song for it.
Music edition.
Now, I was gonna record this, but I forgot to do it at home. I was gonna record myself going, "The biggest moments in music history. You know what they are, but do you know when they are?" And I didn't do that. So there you go.
I'm feeling confident.
Now, I will say most of it is fairly modern in the grand spectrum of music history, you know. But there are some that go back a little bit, and maybe one that goes back a lot a bit. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you what the event is kind of known as. Jeffrey, welcome. I'm going to give you and play along in the chat if you know. I'm going to give you what the event is known as. Okay. Kind of just like known throughout the world as that. You might know it as something else, but you'll understand what I'm talking about. And then I'm going to just give you some tidbits of information about it. And then I'm going to ask you, Webs. Are we back?
We're back.
We're back. Sorry, guys. The internet's being real stupid. We're getting checked by YouTube for having some stupid name called P.O.O.T.U.S. And P.O.O.T.U.S. You should have called it P.O.O.T.U.S. You really should have called it P.O.O.T.U.S. All right, so let's jump right into this game. All right. This is going kind of in order from what they thought was the least important to the most important of their top 20. Not all of them. I just picked the ones that I liked the most. Right. All right. So the Freddie Mercury tribute concert for AIDS awareness. All right. Freddie Mercury tribute concert for AIDS awareness. Right. A little bit of information about this.
We're talking Live Aid, right?
No, we are talking about the Freddie Mercury tribute concert for AIDS awareness. Live Aid was...
Wait, it's his tribute concert.
It is his tribute concert.
So he's dead.
So
when
over
this-
70,000 people attended this concert.
All right.
Estimated that 500 million people watched it on TV.
Please do, Zach.
Performances by Metallica, Def Leppard, Guns N' Roses,
Okay.
U2, and Spinal Tap. Spinal Tap performed. Queen performs, and they're joined by a few different artists. I'm not naming all of them, but Roger Daltrey performs with them. Slash, Tony Iommi, and Seal, just to name a few. Freddie Mercury, because again, it is his tribute concert.
Right.
What year do you think this happened in?
I'm just gonna throw out a date.
Yeah. Do you, just you want to go like straight date?
I'm just gonna go straight date.
All right.
on it.
You're
My
very
answer.
confident. Okay.
Not very confident. I'm just going to
All right.
think we'll give you an answer.
All right. What do you think the date? June 20th,
I don't know.
2002. Zach, when do you think this happened?
I think it's. I can't think of a day. But
What is around this?
okay.
I'm curious if anybody in the chat knows. Let us know if you are feeling confident on this. It happened fairly shortly after his death. It was put together fairly quickly. They'd been around for forever, so I feel like this was something that might have been organized with the knowledge that he's going to pass at any moment. Now, Justin, you're very close in the day,
Okay.
but not the month.
Okay.
It was the 20th.
Was it August 20th?
No, it was 420. And you were also very close in the year, but a decade off. It was 420, 1992.
Okay.
1992. All right. Next one here. Elton John sells out a doubleheader at Dodger Stadium. It's the very famous performance that was featured in the movie Rocket Man, where he plays the piano, obviously, and he wears the sparkly Dodgers uniform, right? So at this, over 100,000 people were in attendance between the two concerts, making it technically, they kind of group it together, one of the largest concerts ever to that date. Elton John had just attempted suicide like 5 days before he performed this, and apparently was like out of his mind, kind of like out of control at this performance. He opened the set with Your Song. He closed the full set with Saturday Night's All Right for Fighting, and his encore was Pinball Wizard.
Okay.
Pinball by the Who?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that he covers it. Yeah,
I've never seen this.
yeah, never seen.
I
All right.
don't-
The first performance.
I don't know.
It was the first performance at Dodger Stadium. All right. Okay. So what year? We'll start with the year on this one because the date thing might throw you off. Right. What year do you think the Elton John doubleheader at Dodger Stadium happened? And again, he had over 100,000 people in attendance. He had just attempted suicide. And the songs that were already written and famous enough at that point were Your Song, Saturday Night's All Right for Fighting, and then he closed with Pinball Wizard. What year do you think this happened in, Justin?
1979.
1979. And Zach?
That is what I was thinking.
79?
So I'm going to say 81.
81. All right. Well, you were both thinking closer, but Justin got 79, so he is closer. It happened over the weekend of October 25th and 26th, 1975. 1975. All right. Next one. Madonna performs Like a Virgin at the VMAs.
Right.
It was thought of as an extremely provocative performance. She wore a wedding dress and kind of like came down in a wedding cake.
Yeah.
And she rolls around on the floor, accidentally exposing her underwear to everybody.
Oh,
Everybody
no.
got to see her underpants. And it was a moment that was really attacked by a lot of conservative
Yeah, I've
people.
seen this.
It's a very famous
Many
performance.
times, yeah.
And it was seen as a moment that actually helped women get to be able to just kind of explore and perform with some sex. So what year do you think this happened in?
86.
1986.
I was gonna say
No,
86.
1886.
1886. Just want to make sure.
I was
Justin?
gonna say 86 as well. But
So we're not going to let you. He picked that first. So what are you going to go with?
I'm gonna go 88.
Should have gone two in the other direction. It was September 14th, 1984. So Zach, you went on that one. All right. Next one.
We got more difficult ones than I thought.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Jackson 5 debut on American Bandstand. Oh, Jesus. Keep going in and out, guys. Sorry about this.
Sorry.
Jackson 5 debut on American Bandstand. He was 11 years old. So what year do you think this was in? Justin, I'll let you go first on this one.
I'm going to say this was 68.
68. All right, 1968.
I don't think that's not right.
All right.
Fuck.
Zach, where are you going to go with?
66.
60. Ooh. No, Justin, you're going to be closer on this one. It was February 21st, 1970. 1970. Oh, Zach Dillon was closest. He said 71.
Too.
He said 71. All right. Next one. Maybe you'll know this. You guys know your rap history and everything. Sugar Hill Gang, the song Rapper's Delight, hits the top 40. It is the first hip-hop, rap, any song of that type to hit the top 40. It is recorded, just so you know, it was recorded in a single take, that song.
Damn.
It was all in one take,
It's like a
that
20-minute
version.
song.
And it's absurd that it's done in one take. So it hits the top 40, and it is seen as the breakthrough moment of hip-hop and kind of paved the way for Run DMC, everybody else to come through. There is no Biggie, there is no Pac,
Right.
There's nothing without this happening. What year, Zach, I'll let you go first on this one. What year do you think this hitting the top 40 happened in?
I remember them talking about this.
All right. So take a guess, take a swing.
82.
82. Justin, where are you going to go with this one?
I'm gonna go 72.
72.
That's wrong.
That is
for sure.
so
That's
wrong.
fucking wrong.
That
For
is
sure.
very wrong. So Zach takes this one.
Right,
It was in September of 1980. So yeah,
Alright,
okay.
it would have literally
It's
been
80,
70s or 80s. It was about as close
Yeah.
as you could get to that. All right, I have two more here. I feel like one of them should be easy. I would have probably not known any of these. I might have guessed some of them close, but I probably wouldn't have been right on any of them. This one I would have known, and then the next one I might have known. I'm fairly confident one of you will get close on one of these.
Okay.
All right. The Beatles perform on Ed Sullivan. It kicks off both the British Invasion and Beatlemania. They play a bunch of songs with I Want to Hold Your Hand and Saw Her Standing There being two of the biggest ones. And at the time, it was a record-setting viewership of 70 million people that watched this performance. What year, Justin, you were alive for it?
69.
69. All right. 1969. Zach, what are you going with?
64.
It is 1964. Look at you getting it right. The Beatles ended in 1969,
Yeah.
1970. So you were way off on that one because they would not have existed. All right. Final one, and because of all the technical difficulties, we're probably just going to wrap it up after this and just edit together a really weird episode for you guys. Beethoven. Not the movie. The artist. Ludwig von Beethoven.
Ludwig van.
Von.
Beethoven premieres the Ninth Symphony. It is his final masterpiece, and probably his greatest masterpiece, and it was written over the period of 2 years. It had a duration of 70 minutes, and it was premiered and performed, and this is translated into English, at Vienna's Corinthian Gate Theater. They had a bunch of other words in Viennan. German? I don't know.
German,
I was
yeah.
not going
Vienna
to...
is Germany.
It's in Austria. Yeah, Vienna is in Austria.
Shows what I know.
But I'm pretty sure it's German.
That's what they speak in Austria.
It's Austrian, I thought, but I'm not sure.
I have no idea.
What language does
Australian.
Schwarzenegger speak? Because it's not English. Yeah, Austrian. Yeah, put another
Californian.
California. I can't even pronounce the name of the place I am running. So it's a 70-minute performance at Vienna's Corinthian Gate Theater. Zach, you went last on the last one, so you got to go first on this one. 98.
15.
1598.
No. 1598.
1598. Justin, where are you going on this one?
No.
1776.
1776.
No.
All right. I am curious to see if anybody in the chat gets this one. I'll tell you, you are both wrong.
Yeah, I know.
no shit.
Very
dude.
wrong.
No shit.
Justin is less wrong.
All right.
It was May 7th of 1824.
Really?
Damn.
He wrote it from
Beethoven
1822.
was the 1800s?
Yeah, I definitely
I
thought he
didn't
was
know
going
that.
to be
I
like
thought it was way older.
1600s or 1700s, but I would have been.
Zach says they do speak German in Austria, birthplace of Hitler, and Beethoven was like 1650.
No, not at all. It was 1824.
Wow.
So sorry
Shows
about
what
that.
we know.
Shows what you know.
Nothing.
You can play all the listening along, played along with yourselves. I hope you're always playing along with yourselves while you listen to us. And I hope you did better than these guys did. Again, guys, just so you know, we are again off next week for this show, but there might be another show.
Maybe.
And if there is, let me know, because Zach doesn't have any way to promote it. I'll just promote it for you guys. A big shout out and thank you to Down Robot from Hawaii. Again, you can check them out at down_robot on Instagram. Find them on SoundCloud and Facebook, and I believe on Spotify again. Next episode, again, not next week, but the week after's episode, we're going to have music from Crow Wings, which, if I'm not mistaken, is a nice punk band from Minnesota. I believe they're Minnesota or Michigan.
Yeah.
They're one of the M's up there.
Only if they have a lot of O's in their song.
O's. That's the whole song. And our next episode of Kyle Mocha Won't Shut Up will be on Groundhog Day. So
Bill Murray's going to be on.
Bill
Does
Murray's
that
going to be
mean
on.
Joe Biden has to check his for a shadow, dude?
Yep, he's got to check for a shadow. He definitely has to see if he's going to be president for another 2 weeks after that. Another thing you guys can check out, the latest episode of Not Movies features Zach and I. It gets really ridiculous. It was supposed to only be 15 minutes long, and we stretched it to a 41-minute episode that Sean is trying to get out of the entire time, but me and you just would not let it die, and Eric was having too much fun with it. So sorry, Sean, but not sorry. It's a fun episode. It's about a movie that we a not movie that we create called Pittsburgh Glory American Cheese Professor. And just so you know, Pittsburgh Glory is the finest of the Seattle-based cheese companies. It's going to star Tony Danza and Kurt Russell, and it's going to be a combination of The Fly meets the computer who wore tennis shoes, early 70s Kurt Russell Disney movies. It's a really fun, weird thing. You can check out the previous episode of Not Movies that we also did called Alert Alert. Also, go check out the last episode, or the second to last episode of Let Me Ask You a Question, which I was on, which I definitely promoted last week. And then their most recent one is also really cool. They got the guys from Tidal Waves and Tom from Tobacco. And, yeah, it's just always a good time over at Lamayak. And while we're speaking of that, go check out every episode of them. Go check out White Wasabi and the Derek D. Dozen, all brought to you by Moot.tv. Big shout out to our super producer, EJ5000, for getting us out to the masses.
Hell yeah.
All of our thousands of fans. Thank you so much for tuning in every week. Also, go check out But What Do We Know? We do the theme music for them, and they're just wonderful gals, and they're always just chit-chatting about wonderful stuff, sometimes really weird stuff, and they cry
What
a lot.
wonderful stuff.
About
Child murder.
Child murders.
Rape,
It's wonderful
all
stuff.
kinds of horrible
They
Speaking
love
of which,
that
go
shit.
watch the Night Soccer on Netflix.
Ooh, I gotta watch that. I really need to watch that. I'm gonna check that out soon. All right, well, before YouTube kicks us off for maybe having our title being P.O.O.T.U.S, or just the internet being Blue Ridge is a bunch of P.O.O.T.U.S heads. P.O.O.T.U.S heads. It's our what's it? Portishead tribute band.
You like lasers.
I love lasers. Oh, you should be a villain. All right, guys. Well, thank you, as always, to Mr. Justin Nolan Pato for getting everything here and making sure it always works smoothly and no errors ever. Nothing can stop this show.
It wasn't my fault this time.
It wasn't, you Muppet. It wasn't your fault. Don't worry. What Muppet would you be? You're like fucking Sam the Eagle. I think you'd be Sam the Eagle. That's who you'd be. You'd be Animal, and I'd definitely be Fozzie Bear. So we got that all figured out. So a big thank you to Justin, and as always, a big thank you to Mr. Zachary.
Long fingernails, having laser, motherfucker.
Storman. For Kyle Mocha Won't Shut Up, I am Kyle Mocha. We'll see you guys on the next episode again. Groundhog Day.
Yeah.
We'll be live and maybe
There may be
check
a show
out
next
a
week.
show
We'll
next
see.
week. I won't be here. So
we don't know what's going on.
Fuck
just yet.
you.
fuck you guys. Fuck the fans.
And as always,
And we've been Jeff Buckley.
Yeah,
Barkley.
P.O.O.T.U.S.
There's nothing more egomaniacal than singing the theme music for your own show. Who am I? Kelsey Grammer. If I could only drink like him, we're gonna write a new one every week. Some will be solid, some will be weak. We're gonna write a new one every week. Some will be solid, some will be total experimental pieces of shit. We're not over yet. Now we are.